My name is Monique Panetta, and my career identity is an environmentalist, with my intended audience being college students, persuading them to consider plant-based diets. Take a second to think about the following question. What is one food you could eat for the rest of your life if you only had to pick one? Now, I don't want to call myself a certified mind reader just yet, but I guarantee you didn't choose some type of vegetable. How would you feel if I told you that studies found that nearly 3 in 5 people eat plant-based diets at least once a day, and over half of Americans are currently trying to incorporate more plant-based meals into their daily lives? My name is Monique Panetta, and I'm an environmentalist specializing in ways to reduce carbon footprints through the means of health and nutrition. I too am a college student that is also vegetarian, so I want to share this information with you because you have the choice every single day. Your commitment to choosing plant-based diets could actually help towards healing the very planet we live on. There are many benefits that come from a plant-based diet in regards to health and diet, so I'm here to show you how they can also benefit a college student specifically in more ways than just one. I've decided to break down the speech into 3 different focus areas: a plant-based diet's influence on budget, on health, and on the environment. Let's first start talking about how this diet can have an impact on the wallet. A plant-based diet can support a college student's budget. A study published in the Journal of Hunger and Environmental Nutrition found that people who go vegetarian spend an average of $750 less on groceries. So even though you're spending less dollars on groceries, you're probably still wondering, what can you do when you go to a restaurant? Where, surprisingly, a lot more restaurants are starting to have more vegetarian options, and they're a lot better than what you would think is just a salad. Next, a plant-based diet can also help encourage college students to maintain a healthy diet. A plant-based diet can help improve the health of the following. It can decrease the risk of cancer because red meat is strongly linked to rectal, breast, prostate, and some stomach cancer. Next, it can also decrease the risk of heart disease and stroke. Eating meat and dairy hardens arteries and leads to increased risk of stroke and heart attacks. Third, it can decrease the risk of diabetes because meat eaters have up to a 74% higher risk of having type 2 diabetes. And lastly, it can lessen its chance for obesity because according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, 33% of people who eat meat are obese. And my last case, a plant-based diet can drastically help save the environment. Here's a graph to support some of the facts that I'm about to spit at you. A 2014 Oxford University study found that the average meat eater has an environmental footprint of 15.82 pounds of CO2 per day, whereas a vegan only has a footprint of 6.4 pounds of CO2. If the world went vegetarian, greenhouse gas emissions could be cut down by 2/3 by 2050. Eating 3 plant meals a day for a year can save the equivalent of greenhouse gases generated from driving from New York to San Francisco 4 times. On average, just 2 football fields per year can feed 14 people a plant-based diet versus only 1 person eating meat and dairy. If everyone in the world consumed a predominantly whole food plant-based diet, nearly 5 billion football fields of land could be restored to forest. And lastly, shifting the world toward eating more plant-based foods could supply 30% more food to the planet's growing population. At this point in the speech, a black bean burger with a side of roasted cauliflower and kale should definitely be the answer to the one meal you'd eat for the rest of your life by now. I really hope you have a greater desire to consider adding more plant-based meals into your everyday diet in order to help your body, budget, and environment. Now, with all of this new information fresh on your mind, hopefully you will too choose the route to eat fresh and help save the world and some dollars at the same time. And before I go, I'm going to leave you with this: 1,100 gallons of water, 45 pounds of grain, 30 square feet of forest, 10 pounds of CO2, and 1 whole animal. That's all of what you can save just by choosing to eat a plant-based diet in just one day. And it's all done from the convenience of your own kitchen. Thank you for listening.